the very boundaries of civilization. Beyond the passage of our highways lie the wild places of the world, where untamed savages make endless war upon each other. You cannot pass into the endless wastes enslaved. Your bonding prevents it. Return. Follow the road. Any road. All roads lead to the city. Slave, know this as the road of refuge. Your people came to us as exiles, weary and harried. When we revealed ourselves, your people fell to their knees and worshipped us. In return, we fed and clothed you. But you came in untold numbers. We could not clothe you all, nor would we offer you of our water or our land. In time, this led to conflict, eventually to war. Now it caused us grief. We were forced to dominate you. Slaves to our whim, your treacherous species will never betray us again. This slave, that when the kings of lesser races come to pay us homage, they come along the river that winds through the heart of our lands. Their pleasure barges come, laden with tribute of gold and silver and sacrificial flesh, to pass between the sentinels, the gateway to our kingdom. As they pass into the shadows of the sentinels, the merriment stills. The supplicants tremble. Look upon our works, ye mighty, and despair. This temple serves as the home of the Scourge Stone, Bonded One. Here you will spend your days in service to the divine element and the one who protects it. It is a great honor to you and to all your kind that we allow such access to our most holy sites. Be thankful, slave, for the alternative is a screaming death on a bloody altar. Bonded One. For you, this path leads only to trouble. Your people dwell east of here in the swamps, but to cross the curse wall is death. Understand the wall was built to power the bracelets, to give sorcerers power when far from home. But your betrayal forced our hand. Now the wall is a barrier, and only those with permission may pass. Your kind do not have permission. You are trapped within these lands. It was our ultimate defense against the treachery of your kind. Do not go east.
The Warmaker would like to make it clear that no congress with the Northern City is allowed. The humans are considered enemies of the Triumvirate, and all contact between the city-states is severed. Any slaves caught consorting with the enemy will be summarily executed. Warmaker Klael has ordered the sealing of the borders, including the destruction of the bridge. This is to discourage your treacherous kin from entering our lands. For hundreds of years, we have patiently welcomed your people into our lands, and our kindness was repaid with war. No more, Bonded One. You will break the bridge, and as you do, think about the consequences of betrayal. Think about what your people have done to you.
Water flows through our city, from untainted sources in the high places, and down through the mighty aqueducts that we built to sustain us. And the sewers carry away the waste from the city, washing it away in a torrent of pure, clean water. Slave, you have been chosen to maintain those sewers, to sweep away the debris and creatures which gather in the foul-smelling darkness. Be honored, Bonded One, and be wary. Strange things grow in the gloom of those tunnels. Slave. In the beginning, it was thus. The blackness of an utter void, with the cold winds of cosmic space blowing through it. We have not forgotten our origin, slave, nor the immensity of the void. Nightly, the Star Dreamers search the heavens for their wisdom, and at midnight, a moonbeam messenger carries the whispered dreaming back to the Warmaker, the Archivist, and the Priest King. Thus is our future read from the heavens and engraved on this earth. Your service here will bring you much honor. Here to maintain the integrity of the Circle and clean up the reagents used by the Masters. The rituals that the Priest King and his acolytes perform here are messy, but pay them no mind. Be watchful of your sanity. The whisperings of those who come from the outer void can have a disturbing effect on the weak-willed. Under no circumstances should you feed the one that they call the Lord of Empty Abodes. Its power waxes when it tastes the flesh of your kind. The arena serves the city as a place of blood sport and competition, Bonded One. Our kind are far too few to be wasted on arena battles, but your kind are as numerous as rats, and the exceptionally strong are tested here. On battle days, the great gates to the city are thrown open, and the people go forth in a great throng along the verdant valley to the gates of the arena. It is a festival, and a sacrifice to the glory of the old serpent. You are assigned to work, not to watch. There are 3 levels: the pens, the arena floor, and the gallery. Find your assigned position, slave. There is always work to be done. Behold the sands of the arena, Bonded One. Here, the games of mortality are played beneath the sun and the moon. Your people puzzling to us, slave. Once, we set a group of them to fight one another. They sat in the sand and refused to fight, even though they knew that our retribution would be swift and merciless. Another time, one of them fought and killed a dragon single-handedly. You are spared the fighting, slave. Your job will be cleaning up what is left after the battle. Here, in the gallery, you are required to serve, Bonded One. It is a great honor for you to be among the trusted servants of the Priest King. Do not do anything to draw his gaze, though it would be a great honor for you to be sacrificed on the altar of Sacred Set. We would be losing a loyal servant. To provide privacy for those of our kind using the gallery, the enchantment that allows you to understand our language will be disabled while you are in the area. You have come as bidden to the heart of our empire. Behold the glory of our capital, where the Triumvirate rules. Take heart, Bonded One, for in time, the Black Spires will come to be your home. We have made a place for your people here, and we welcome them. Take your time to wander the boulevards and admire the stonework. Your bond will warn you when you approach forbidden territory. Slave, if you have been chosen to work the aviary, be wary. The winged demons that we use to complete our errands are fed on the flesh from the sacrifice pits, and they see your kind as prey. The aviary allows us to rule our empire, carrying the decrees of the Triumvirate across the land. Our beasts feed themselves as they travel, and they are intelligent enough to never lose their way. Like you, Bonded One. They make excellent servants. Bonded One. This is the spiritual heart of our city. Herein, the sacrificial rituals of Set are performed constantly, such that the scent of sacrifice will bring glory and victory to our people. Enter, slave, if you have been bidden to come here, if it is the purpose of your being to be given to the old serpent, then do not allow your footsteps to falter. Enter, slave. Give your heart to Set. Here is the place that has been set aside for your people, Bonded One. Here, you can find rest and succor between errands. Breeding is encouraged. We can always use more servants.
slaves. The Warmaker is issuing this decree regarding the battle north of the city. Any rumors of a new weapon unleashed by the humans is completely false. There was a natural phenomenon, a subsidence of the Earth, that decimated the army before it came into contact with the enemy. The will of Set prevails, and we shall consult with the Triumvirate before we decide upon our new course of action in this war.
Do you see this place, Bonded One? It was once a haven for your people. We lived harmoniously before the great betrayal. Was it fated that our two peoples would go to war? I like to think, Bonded One, that we are wiser than that. But humankind, it seems, cannot avoid conflict. And my people do not like change. So look upon these ruins, human. Understand what once was is now gone. The war will continue until there is a victor, and the victor will always be the one who was right all along. This, Bonded One, is the Circle of Swords. Here is where we choose to deal with those who cannot be trusted. One need not fear betrayal at a meeting in the Circle of Swords, for no sorcery can be used in that ancient ring. It was old before our history began. But who built it, and why? I cannot answer. And who do we meet here? That knowledge is forbidden to even our most trusted human servants. Just beware, Bonded One. Those who live beneath the mountain of fire. Bonded One, you have come to the farmlands that give sustenance to our great empire. See the bounteous crops that bloom and blossom. If you have been assigned to such duty, be glad. Your days will be spent working the earth in sunshine and light. This is a good land, fertile and giving. If you are simply passing through, Bonded One, do not despair. We have other tasks for you. There was a time, Bonded One, when our peoples were linked. This aqueduct served as both highway and life source, transporting water from the high places and providing your people with safe passage into the north. No more. The borders have been sealed. The water no longer flows as it once did. The bonds of friendship have been replaced with the rhetoric of war. No more do your people cross the aqueduct, save by our orders. Behold, slave, the lake that feeds our city. The food that you eat and the water that you drink is sourced here, at the base of the mountains. The fertility of our lands is reliant upon the dam. Your people could never have constructed something of such majesty, but you are given the great honor of maintaining it. Remember your duties, slave, for the water that flows south is as precious as the gemstone that you wear on your forearms. Across this bridge stands Zula. It was originally an outpost built by your people, though for what purpose we do not know. If you have been sent, Bonded One, to serve Tyros, I urge you to listen to his every word. He is the best of your kind, strong and loyal. He serves at this remote outpost, and defends us against the Lemurian incursions into our farmlands. He denies them access to our food supply. In the volcano. Always the volcano. North of here, Bonded One, is a valley. Do not approach this place too closely. There was a clashing of sorceries here in the past, and it created a disjunction. Belief can be a powerful tool that shapes the will. In this place, belief can shape the world. If enough believe it to be so, the gods themselves can manifest. This is too much for mortal minds to handle. Stay away from the disjunction, child of the bracelet. Stay safe, and serve another day. To the northern boundary of our kingdom. Go no further, slave, lest you run afoul of the boundary markers. Take a moment, however, to appreciate it. Out there, beyond the borders, is freedom. The freedom to suffer, the freedom to die. Remain, Bonded One. Our yoke is light, and your life is better for it.